YouTube? It's that Black Dude, and I'm back with another video. Alright, so we still got a lot of people out there that just despise Trump, and they let all kind of common sense and stuff go out the window about the things that are going on, and some of them are just straight up hoodwinked on Trump and his so-called crimes that he committed.
Continue 500 feet.
Like, why is he president and he committed all these crimes? Well, the FBI are the good guys. Even heard that one guy was uncorruptible. But in fact, he has been shown to be very corruptible because all the evidence is right out there, Mueller. And he's not doing a doggone thing about it. So, think about this here. You have a powerful billionaire who is taking a job as president for about $450,000 a year. I think it's $437,000 per year, which is the presidential salary here in the United States. And I'm probably wrong on that, but you get the gist of it. A $400,000 a year job, and he's a billionaire. What is he really gaining out of this here? What does this billionaire have to gain? He can't be president and run his billionaire empire, however you pronounce that. So he had to relinquish all of his businesses, give up all of that in order to become the president. He campaigned with his own money, mostly. I mean, that was a few million that was donated, which is typical. Still far less than pretty much everybody else. The rest of it was his own money. Or like Representative Hank likes to say, money. But it was his own money that he was using, and he had to relinquish his businesses, and he didn't even want to take the presidential salary until a news reporter called him out on it and was like, that's unpresidential. So he was like, fine, I'll just donate the dadgum salary. And he's been donating his salary to different causes. And people still complain about that. He should have donated a different place. Which actually, one of the guys that I do respect on my page, who is kind of down with the whole Trump's a traitor, criminal, jerk off guy. And I do respect this guy's opinions and stuff like that. He's always posting Trump hate. But he did say that maybe he should donate one of them checks for the homeless veterans. I think that's a good idea. But anyway, back to this whole, why in the heck is Trump president anyway? What does he have to gain for it? He's giving up billions a year, and he's not even taking a salary. One of the most striking things, and I've said it on other videos, one of the most striking things that caught me was when, I believe it might have been the second debate, he got up there and they were booing him off the stage. He's like, oh yeah, a lot of Jeb Bush donors out there tonight. And he said, I don't want your money, I got money. You can't buy and sell me. And the crowd got ticked off even worse than ever. They were booing even louder. See, here's the thing. He's already got money. He cannot be bought off by some other sleazy politician. What reason is there for him to be president? Think about that. Think about the things that he has done that are going to hurt him. I mean, now the news media have you thinking that he's just greasing the skids, so when he comes out, he's going to have it gravy. He's going to have it easy. he's gonna be just balling even more out of control. But for those people who are making more than $2 million a year, well, they're gonna actually be paying more in taxes. So Trump has actually made it even harder for him when he gets out of office. He's gonna actually be paying more in taxes than what he was previously paying. So he essentially has raised taxes on himself while lowering it for, I think they said 87% of Americans. So he hasn't done himself or his so-called billionaire friends, but they're not his friends. I mean, he's just straight up right there on the stage told them folks, hey, you can't buy and sell me. That's why you don't want me. You want somebody in the office that you can control. And for so many years, that's how it's been. These big oil guys have been buying and selling these politicians for many, many, many years. You can think all the way back to Kennedy assassination. Kennedy was going to stop the war. And the big oil guys who was making all that money because, well, people needed that oil. They wanted him dead. The mafia wanted him dead. Some other folks wanted him dead. That was a big collab. And of course, Lyndon B. Johnson wanted that power. Lyndon B. Johnson was also in on this as well. They all killed him. Controlling politicians is what these big-time rich guys was doing. I'm not saying that Trump didn't grease the skids of some of these politicians as well. He said he's been on both sides of it. As a businessman, and now he's on the other side as a politician. So now you've got a candidate in there who used his own money to become the president. Mostly all his own money. Who's not even taking a salary. Who's raised taxes on himself when he gets out. Who's raised taxes on his so-called rich friends when he gets out. All for what? What is he actually doing? Well, what he's actually doing